All right, let me tell you about a tool we use for self and peer assessment. It's called Spark. It's an online tool, and we use it to get students working in groups to assess each other. So you might get a group of 4 students working on an assignment. And the students would normally work out how to divide the workload as to who does what. But overall, they are working to achieve a common goal, which is the assessment task for that piece of assessment or a project. So what Spark does, it allows the students to assess their own contribution to the project and also assess their group members' contribution to the project. Now this is online and it's confidential, so the other students do not really know what the other students have assessed them. So they get online when the time comes to do that, and there is a set of criteria. It could be teamwork or doing calculations. So each project is different and the assessment criteria would be different, but the students will be required to assess themselves and the other members of the team based on that criteria. So they will go online, bring up this little toolkit called Spark, and then questions will come up, and there is normally a scale of, say, from 1 to 10, and they will assess themselves as how they feel they contributed to the project effort, and also assess their team members. So at the end of the day, the little key toolkit Spark will automatically compile the marks. We call them Spark factors. So one student might get a factor of 0.9, another student maybe a factor of 0.6. It's not unusual for a student to get a factor of 1.01, for example. And then what the lecturer would do is to download those factors from Spark and then apply them to awarding the final mark for that project. So it's kind of it has got a moderating influence, if you like. So it recognizes the fact that students contribute differently to the team effort to achieve the objective. But we also use Spark as part of the continuous assessment to review how the students are progressing as a team. And that helps us to determine where we need to, the team members need to pull up so that they are working together as a team. And if someone is lagging behind, they have an opportunity to tap the other students on the shoulder and say, "Hey, mate, let's get on with this. Let's work together." And so it has got that effect of encouraging students to keep at their project and work together until they finish. So I guess the lecturer uses that as he conducts meetings with the team to see where they need to improvement, or if something is not working, it's nipped in the bud during the early stages of the project rather than leaving it too late. So Spark allows us to do that kind of assessment as well. So it is a tool that is powerful, that is used across the range of MEA subjects, particularly where there is group work. And we do have a number of courses in MEA that are project-based learning, where Spark is used. It's also used in the honors research project at some of the universities, like the University of Adelaide, where the honors project is done by students in a group of 4. Again, we use Spark to encourage teamwork so that the team works together to achieve the objectives of the project. So Spark is just one of the tools that has proven to be quite useful in self and peer assessment among the students. And we like to continue to use it until such a time that we might find something else to replace it with.